So, are we allowed to think aloud here?
Yes.
Yes, you're allowed to think as aloud as you can.
He's
I'm
right.
going to ask you this beforehand, but can you do one of your poems?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Do you need the book?
Yes,
Yeah, I'll check it too.
yes, sir. Yes, sir. Which poem? You gotta give me a preference, Mister. I read it twice.
Oh.
No, let's talk about it. Let's see the proof.
Oh, I definitely read it twice.
Okay.
Here, let me see it then. Give it back to
Yeah.
me.
I can do horror movie.
Horror movie?
I have a feeling I'm gonna do horror movie.
Okay, then go ahead, do horror movie.
I think we talked a lot about Black Lives Matter.
Alright, let's do it.
This is gonna be interesting.
I will.
I'm gonna have all these things I'm gonna want to say to you in like 2 weeks when I rewatch this later. And I'm probably gonna call you, be like, you know what? When I said that, I really meant to say that.
No, no. Wait, hold on. Where to go? Do you need it? I think you would find it more than. Or is it
Yeah.
called-
I mean, just in case you needed. Just change your mind.
Nice cover too. I love how. By the way, guys, when you buy one, she literally sends you like a nice handwritten note and thanks you and all this stuff. I literally, because I got it off. You can get it off Amazon. Is there other?
And my
websites?
website,
And her website.
yourbayadir.com.
And so, can you pull up
What
her?
was the website?
Yourbayadir.com.
You can probably spell here. Hi.
Your Y-O-U-R
Y-O-U-R.
B-A-Y-D-I-R. My last name. I mean my first name.
Yeah, you can also pull up my Instagram and find her through there.
Ooh, I'd actually be interested in doing an arusa.
Oh, that's what I want to. That's what I was like. There's something that I didn't actually. Can we discuss this real quick before?
How about I perform it when we discuss it? What do you
And
prefer?
yes, sure. Go ahead. Absolutely. So before we do that, you can get her book off here. That's a really cool portrait of you.
Thank you, artist. All the artists I work for or I work with, I pay them. That's another side note.
Very
That's why I believe in supporting artists 110%.
Yeah, they're great.
Yeah,
It's
just
a
click
very
it.
nice website.
Thank you, Miriam Salem.
So I got the book off Amazon, and it has it in my dad's name.
Oh, that's
so
so
when
funny.
when I first got it, I was like, "Is this a love letter to my dad? What's going on here?"
I know. I had a feeling it was from you bought it. I was just like, I'm gonna write the name anyway.
Yeah. And I opened it. I was like, "Oh, it's Bayadir." Okay.
Yeah.
All right, go ahead.
All right, let's do Arusa, guys.
Let's. Can you bring up the mic just in case? I want to make sure that you come out clear. Yeah. You'll be
All
fine.
right, better? All right, this one's titled Arusa Bride. My mom rarely let me in the kitchen growing up. She never taught me the tricks of the trade. A woman in Sudani culture who learns to cook is when asking for marriage. Preparing the perfect cup of tea means I've picked a wedding dress. Cracking the first egg into a bowl, I hear wedding bells. Throwing away the eggshells, your dreams go too. The more spices in the pan, the more the dowry will be. In Sudan, women use their fingers to flip the kisra. Fingertips always, burnt fingerprints unclear. You are no longer you, your food is you. A cup of tea means I love you, forget your piety, let's see your pies. Sauteing vegetables with the right amount of curry means I'm ready to curry children. Your first cooked dinner party will be the invitation to your engagement party. In my culture, we call young girls arusa as a word of endearment. It means bride. That is what they aspire to be. My mom did not teach me how to cook, but she taught me my value does not lie in my culinary skills. My value is in my ability to be everything but submissive. I disobeyed my mother the other day and found myself in a kitchen, cutting off the pieces of meat and feeding them to a hungry man. I traded in parts of myself for his love. I became grandmaster chef. I was no longer his partner. When it all boiled down, I realized I burned all the parts of me. I'm so sorry, mother. I know now. It's not about the food, it's about how much of you they can wash away, how much of you will be sacrificed for him. The only purpose of a woman's tongue is for her to taste her food. Why speak when your food will speak for you? Women are not allowed a seat at the table because they are the ones serving it. My mother makes the best food I know, though, probably because it tastes like everything she's lost.
I know you poets do like this thing right here.
You got it, you got it.
Give you little snaps.
And this is the illustration.
Yeah. It's a fingerprint. Is that what it is?
Yes, sir.
Printed in smoke.
Yup, and then there's a woman in the inside.
Yeah.
Yep.
So take me through it a little bit because you talk about how women's Well, actually, I'll just leave it to you to tell me what you're talking about.
So, yeah, no, it's literally what it's saying. It's women and Sudanese culture, and, you know, I might extend it to Arab culture, if you agree, that women sacrifice so much for their marriage and for their children, and, you know, they sacrifice their own careers, their own goals for the sake of motherhood and for the sake of being working at home, which is you know, for any woman who is a housewife, that is such an honorable, you know, job. It requires so much work, and, you know, any woman who personally chooses that as her path in life, I respect it. But this poem is criticizing the patriarchy that makes us not have that choice, you know, and make that the expectation, make that the you know, the expectation. And that's the main element of the poem.
So when you say that your mom didn't teach you how to cook, do you mean literally, like your mom?
Yeah, I mean literally. My mom didn't really teach me how to cook. My mom was working a lot. She didn't have the time, and metaphorically.
Do you grew up with a dad as well?
Yes.
Okay, but was he wanting that kind of for you too, expectation of learn how to cook for your husband and stuff?
Yeah, no, of course.
Okay.
Of course. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I think a lot of our fathers, a lot of our grandfathers, it's not just them as a specific person. It has nothing to do with them. It more so has to do with the expectation, and it's just the culture of, like, you know, like if I get married, inshallah, you know, he's gonna come and he's gonna want me. You know, he's going to be a little surprised if my husband brings out the cup of tea, you know what I mean? It's the expectation when we have guests come over, Bayadir, a shy, like, go get the shy, like, you know what I mean? Like, it's...
Shy is tea.
Yeah. So things like that. It's the expectation, it's the norm, and it's due to patriarchy, it's due to misogyny, and women are suffering globally due to this reason.
So, before I address that, one thing you said is that you cooked for a man. I was kind of confused about that.
All right. You know, let's be honest on this table. All right. So the poem actually.
And you lost yourself, and you apologized to your mom.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll be honest about this poem. I was pursuing someone. You know, let's say it like that. Let's be that about it. And when it came, you know, to be a little bit more serious, and it came to the point of, like, you know, being serious about it, I found myself sacrificing things. I'm like, you know what? Maybe I don't need to get my master's. You know what? Maybe he has a point. Maybe the kids do need me at home. You know, maybe you're right. Maybe he needs to go be the one making money. So I started giving.
Was he saying that?
Things like that, like along those lines.
Okay.
But it wasn't like, you need to stay at home. It's more so like, hey, like, it was subliminal. It's subliminal, like, hey, you should, you know, like, kids benefit with the mom being at home, or, you know, it's like subliminal thing. You know, the guy wasn't outright misogynist. It wasn't like that. It was subliminal. And I found myself sacrificing, and not being who I wanted to truly become. And the person I was at the beginning versus the end was no longer the same person. So in that moment, I've caught myself. I was like, whoa, like, this is not who I am, and this is not who my mother raised me to be. So that's when I, you know, it ended, of course. And then that's when the poem came about, is when I realized I was cutting off pieces of me and feeding them to a hungry man. And I traded in parts of myself for his love. Like, I wanted, you know, for the sake of love, or for the sake of relationship, for the sake of compromise, you know, you give up, and women are the ones that end up doing it.
Right, and I agree with you 100%. And it irritates me a lot because I've seen it happen, since I have a lot of relatives who are women that I think that could have done a lot better with their careers and with their life, but just it ended the moment they got married. And the only thing I disagree with you is that it completely comes from the male side. I think it really comes a lot from the female side, also reinforcing it. You find a lot of mothers reinforcing it.
Oh, no, of course.
And you find that even what you're saying right now, a lot of Arab women a lot of women in general would stand up against you and be like, "What are you talking about?"
Oh, no,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's not like it's not just this male. It's not a male issue. I think it's an overall societal issue.
See, when I say patriarchy and I say misogyny, that doesn't mean it's coming from men only. So,
okay.
Yeah. So when I use those terms have to do with like a culture. Same with like racism. Like I said, black people, Sudanese people have colorism. If people who are of those community can have that self-hatred and that internalized misogyny and internalized patriarchy. Because every time I do this poem, my aunts and my grandmas are just like, God, Danny, like, oh, she's doing the bride poem. Like, what do you mean she's not gonna cook? Like, they don't
like it.
They don't like it.
Yeah.
But it's internalized misogyny and internalized patriarchy. So.
Oh, when I talk to them about it, because a lot of the times I argue with these kind of old style thinking women.
Yeah.
I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, why are you going against your own interests? What do you mean?
They don't know better though, Mahmoud.
It doesn't seem like that. It seems like they think that what we're doing is wrong.
Yeah.
So which is interesting, and you find a lot of girls still to this day that would also think that, no, I should give up my career. And I personally, as a man, would never want my wife to give up their career. I never want my wife to just be a housewife that sits around, does nothing.
Yeah, but if that's what you chose,
but I would rather have like a strong, like
we gotta be careful with that too, because I'm never like, if a woman chooses to be that, she's still strong.
Right, but I do, okay. Well,
see, because you just said I don't want her to just be a housewife. See, the only difference I'm asking for is option.
Oh, okay, I see what you mean.
I'm not saying no housewife. If a woman 100% wants it and she has no, she's not being swayed or it's not internalized misogyny and she just truly just wants to keep her butt at home, do it, sis. You know what I mean? But, so I just want to tell you, like, be careful, heads up, be careful with your language. Like, do you not want a woman to be at home or do you want her to be able to choose? See?
I've never even thought of that.
Yeah, because some women choose. Some people want to be choose. Just like some dads want to be stay-at-home dads.
That's interesting.
Yeah, I personally, I'm pregnant, I probably don't want to work when I'm pregnant. See, that's a personal choice. It has nothing to do because society told me.
Right.
You know?
Okay. You're right, huh?
It's all about choice. That's what feminism is.
True.
Choice.
True. Okay. Then I agree with you on that one. That.
Yes, but I got one. Finally. All right, go ahead.
All right. Thank you so much for coming. Anything else you have? Any last words? Any last statements?
What are any last statements?
Before we head off.
Secondhand smoke available on Amazon and yourbayadir.com. Support your local artists.
What's your ads? What's your Instagram?
At your
Can you pull up her Instagram?
Sure.
Awesome.
Just go right to Instagram.
Yeah, you'll just find me.
You could probably just do I'm public, so you can have your Baya.
No.
Oh, Yusuf, what's up?
Oh, you
I was in high school with him.
Really, dude?
Mm-hmm.
Awesome guy.
I haven't seen him since high school.
Shout out to Yusuf. He's gonna be like, he watches this, so he's gonna be like, yeah.
He watches it?
Yeah, so he's gonna be like, yo, what?
Yeah, I went to high school.
You brought me up. Yeah, it's her.
Okay.
Your Baya.
Yeah.
Is that how you would say it?
Your Baya.
Your Baya.
Many
I see what
Baya.
you mean.
Thank you,
So
thank
where are
you.
you getting Johns Hopkins? Smart gal.
Thank you. I'm starting in 2 weeks my MPH at Hopkins.
What's MPH?
Masters of Public Health.
Oh, nice.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. What do you do with that real quick?
So I want to work in health equity, and I'm probably going to focus on racial disparities and how the system is racist. The healthcare system is racist.
Okay.
Ooh, I know.
Oh, we could have gotten into that one because I have been reading up on how healthcare workers usually neglect Black patients.
Ooh, yes. If you go up one of my research, a little bit lower, I presented at the CPC actually about how pain medication is distributed differently between white patients and Black patients, and how there's implicit bias in the process. So white people get more pain medication because some of the biases include they think Black people have a higher tolerance of pain, or they feel that they're being more likely addicted to it, or
they're exaggerating, I think was one of them.
Exaggerating, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So if you go down a little bit.
That is shocking.
Down, it'll be like me with a poster. So I got to
This one?
No, keep going.
It's
Literally like a research poster. Yep, right there, left. So I was in a program through Hopkins, at John Hopkins Center to Reduce Cancer Disparities, and I got to present at John Hopkins Summer Symposium and CDC.